Welcome to today's video. Today we're doing a video I've been wanting to do for a long time. We're gonna drink beer and talk cars. Hang on and enjoy.
I need to stop. I've been doing too much, I've been running too fast, I've been testing my luck. I've been living cloud nine, I've been at it all night, I've been feeling so loved. I've been waking up late, I've been making up shit, I've been spilling my guts. I've been feeling so blessed, but stressed all day, so what? I'm living out my dreams like every night. I love my life.
Alright, so this is the first car we're gonna talk about. This is my first car. I've owned it for 3.5 years now. So it's a BMW E28 580i. So 4-cylinder, the smallest engine you can have in these cars. But at the time I didn't care, I just wanted a nice looking car. I paid a bit too much for it, but yeah, it was my first car. First time I went to look at a car, immediately bought it. Had some regrets after, but that's the car guy life, I guess. It is a Cosmos Blau metallic. As far as I know, it's a pretty rare color for an E28. So that's why I'm gonna keep it this color. The plans for this car is to completely restore it to the last bolt. So it's going to cost a lot of money, a lot of effort. But as I said, it's my first car. I'm never gonna sell it. I'm always gonna hang on to it. It has got a little bit of rust issues, but not too bad. I can weld them myself. So that's pretty much the least of my problems. So the car has some rust issues, not too bad. Some small holes here and there. But it needs a ton of mechanical work. All the bushings are worn out. The mechanical components, everything just needs to be renewed. So that's why I took this decision of taking the car off the road completely and restoring it completely. So that decision was made 1.5 years ago. And I thought I was gonna start on it immediately. But I bought an E36 in between. I bought those cars in between. So yeah, it became on the back burner. But now the time has finally come to get started on it. So I took it out for the last time. Need to wash it because it's very dirty from all the dust that it has collected. The future plans for this car, so as I said, completely restore it. But it's going to be a show car slash road trip car. So it's going to be on airbags, so air suspension, really sick 3-piece wheels. Everything is going to be renewed. The whole interior I want to be leather and Alcantara. Sport seats, Recaro seats. A lot of custom stuff that never been done before. I have a lot of ideas for this car. I want this car to be like my, how do I say it, my commercial car for when I'm going to start my own business. So that's why I don't care how much money goes into it, because it's my first and only true love. It's going to have a special lip, body kit, I don't know, a bunch of things, widened arches, the whole shebang. And eventually I want to put a V8 in it, because I just love the sound of a V8. It's gonna be a BMW V8, no LS shit. I love LS's. I'm gonna show you the inside now. Alright, so the car. Currently it has nice black leather door panels. And it's basically all black inside except for the headliner. It has E34 comfort seats, also black leather in very nice condition. They sit really nice. I replaced them because the stock seats were worn, and I think they sit better than the E28 stock seats. For the rest, the interior I actually have never touched. Yeah, this is here because the car stood in the sun for a while and I didn't want the dash to crack because of the heat. It's got a perfect dash, which for all you E28 owners out there, I guess you know how hard it is to find an E28 with a proper dash, especially in the US. Well, I'm not from the US, but from what I've seen. So I'm trying to keep this one in pristine condition. So it still has the stock back seat, as you can see. It's a blue cloth. The whole interior was blue, but I didn't like it, so I made everything black except for the headliner. I I spray painted the carpet. I painted all of these, the consoles, the trim, everything. It's a lot nicer in black if you ask me. I'm really a black interior guy. I think it looks the best in almost any case. So the interior, it should have some sort of Recaro classic sport seats, but retrimmed in Alcantara leather. The headliner Alcantara, yeah, pretty much everything will be covered in leather or Alcantara. It's gonna, obviously, it's a manual, it's gonna stay a manual, especially when I have the V8, a manual. It's gonna be an amazing cruiser. So I want to do shows with it, but also take it on road trips. Like 2 years ago, I took this car to Goodwood for the, not the Festival of Speed, for Players Classic. The famous car show. It was epic, and I really want to go there again. England is a great country for car shows. They have amazing quality, a lot better than here in Belgium. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it about the interior. So everything will be retrimmed, but at a later stage. I'm first gonna focus on all the mechanical parts, full respray, all the rust has to be gone, doors replaced. That's more important because yeah, the interior, it's fine like this, there's nothing wrong with it. Also, the car is on BC Racing coilovers, the first set I ever bought of BC Racing. Pretty happy with it. It's a slow car, so I never really got to test it. It was just for on the road and for lows. But I figured I want to do it right. Not on my E36 where I bought like €150 coilovers, which is pretty shit. I want the best for this car. You probably got that impression already. Yeah, I love this thing. Here's the engine. A small 1.8 liter 4-cylinder, the M10 B18. It's a good engine, it's reliable, but it's yeah, it's really down on power. In the beginning I didn't care. It was on par with my driving skill, but now I really want some more powerful cars. So that's why I'm gonna put a V8 in it at some point. Yeah, it isn't looking all that good in here. Also not that bad, but yeah, it really needs to freshen up. So it's on stock suspension in the front. I took the BCs off a while ago. In the back they're still on. That's why the car has this weird stance. It's on the on the standard 14-inch wheels. Don't know how they're called. I guess people call them Alpina replica or Alpina style wheels, but they're not Alpina. They're just, I don't know, original BMW. But yeah, this car's rust in these places, but you can see it's nothing wrong with it. Here you see the tag of the color, BMW Cosmos Blau. As I said before, a pretty rare color. So I am going to respray this car. And I really love a black E28, but black is so black. Wisdom. It's not special. And also a red one is so cool. But on the other hand, this is a pretty rare color, so I guess I'm gonna stick with it. It's like, yeah, there's just something about it. It's not for keeping value or anything. As I said, I'm never ever selling this car. But yeah. So on blue cars, or blue, not necessarily blue, but on like, yeah, certain bluish colors or so, I don't like the amber turn signals. So that's why I changed these to clear ones from E28 Goodies. I loved the look for a while, but now I'm like, should I keep them? I'm gonna keep them, but I've got a normal set as well. So we'll see, maybe I'll keep them, maybe I'll swap them out, maybe I'll put these on this one, although I like the amber with the grey. But yeah, we'll talk about this car in a second. Yeah, for the rest, I think that's pretty much all I have to say about this car. Well, I could go on for it for hours, I guess. But yeah, on to the next one. The second car. Good beer in the sun with my lovely cars. So the second car, also an E28, 589. So engine wise exactly the same as the other one. Although this one, the point is to be a race car or more a drift car. I'm still like, I want to do both, but there's a difference in the setup, so I'm still figuring that out. It's Delphine Grey Metallic with shadow line, which I think is one of the best original colors for an E28. Yeah, the shadow line bumper, shadow line trim, so all black trim instead of chrome. It's quite rough, as you've seen in previous videos, the work we've done on it to make it look better. There's still a long way to go, but I don't care about it. I love E28, so I think it's really nice to have two of them with completely two different purposes. One show car, which is going to be absolutely perfect. This a gutted race car, like the best of both worlds, except it's in two cars. It's also sitting on BC Racing coilovers. I bought this one actually from a friend. He turned it into a drift car, so he put an M30 B35 in it, so he made a 535i out of it. But he didn't like it, it wasn't his jam. He's more into E36s, so I bought it from him. It's also got some rust issues that I'll take on in the next year or so. It's not that urgent, but of course with rust, the sooner you do it, the less work you have. So on the outside it's completely standard, except then for the coilovers, which is technically not really the outside, I don't know. The hood, we're gonna take care of that soon. The wrap has come in, so that's gonna be I think next week, because I've never done wrap before, so better to do it with a friend. I think it's a bit difficult alone. It's got stock seat, it's completely stock in on the inside except for the handbrake, and I'll show you in a bit. I'm going to completely gut it, but that's after I've swapped it. So with this car the plan is to take out the engine and put an M50 in it, the M50 B25 that I took out of the other car that you saw in my previous video. So that engine is going to be put into this car, M50, and that's what I'm gonna start with. And then the M52, I have an M52 from my E36, the blue one of my first videos on my channel, you can check that out. So that M52 is going to be completely rebuilt into a 3-liter stroker, so with internals from an M54 3-liter. With other camshafts, all the good stuff, completely rebuilt to the last bolt. I'm looking for, it should give me around 270 horsepower. I think that will be plenty for my skill level for the coming year or so. So that means, if you're still with me, I'm first gonna put an M50 in, then take the M50 out, put the M52 in. And when I have that M50, that's going to go into the newest car, the E34 again. It may seem there's not a lot of logic behind it, but there is. Because I don't need the E34 at the moment. I want this thing to rip. So we're gonna do a little swap-a-dee-doo of the engines. I'm gonna take another beer. So this one is currently on 15-inch BBSs that come from the E34. So standard E34 sizes, 15x7 ET20. It's the same ET as E28, also ET20, but this it's on with 50mm spacers to make him come out a little bit further, because that's just more beautiful. You can't argue with that, change my mind. So on the interior we also have some nice partly leather, partly cloth door panels. I think they're really cool. They match with that seat, not this one. This has been changed, like a velour or something. Yeah, so stock interior. Haven't really done anything here except for putting this wheel in. So a nice MTech wheel. I don't know, MTech 1, 2 or just MTech, no idea. I just got it treated by a guy I know from Belgium. He has a sick E24. He treats it. I thought it was like really worn, all the stains and stuff. I can maybe put in a picture of how it was. He treated it with whatever you treat leather with, and it's looking like brand new. It's amazing. It feels amazing, looks amazing. So I'm never selling this. There's going to be a real racing wheel in it, but for now I'm keeping this one, and when this goes out of the car, maybe put it in that one, or I'm just gonna keep it. So yeah, the only thing that's not standard in this car is this, the handbrake. My mate put it in, as I said, it was his drift car. Yeah, so yeah, obviously a manual for a race car. This one has a sunroof. I forgot to say that one doesn't, but I never minded, because the sunroof can have a lot of troubles. It can leak, it can cause rusting in your in the sills and stuff. So I don't mind. but it's nice to have one, especially in this weather. So this car, the interior is eventually gonna come out. Not immediately. I first want to do a track day with the M50 in it, and then take out the interior and see with the weight difference if I can improve my lap times. Well, if the time improves. I'm curious to see that. It's going to be completely gutted, the carpet going out, the headliner probably not, but because of the sunroof, but we'll see. Yeah, put two bucket seats in it, back seats gonna come out. Yeah, save as much weight as I can. In the future, maybe a cage in it. I guess when I'm going to go to more horsepower, that's not a bad idea. But that's like a year from now that I'm talking. So we'll see. The engine, this one, so exactly the same as the other one, boring M10. I've ordered engine mounts for the M50 for E28 from E28 Goodies. They should arrive somewhere one of these days actually, but with the corona crisis I hope everything comes through, but if it doesn't, yeah, it's out of my hands really. But if they arrive, this engine is going out next week, so if it happens, you'll see probably in the next video or the next video, I have no idea. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this car. The front spoiler is on the way as well, to make the front look a bit more badass, and some other little touches that you'll have to watch the video for to see. But yeah, on to the third one. One more thing I forgot to mention. With this car I'm thinking of doing the E36 subframe swap. So in the front it's something that has been done before. So basically the whole front subframe with the steering rack and pinion, which is better than a steering box, gets swapped into an E28. So I'm maybe gonna do that, and I'm not sure yet. It's a lot of work, but I like a challenge, so we'll see. I'm first gonna drift it as is, and if I don't like it, I'm probably gonna change it, but we'll see about that. But that's one of the things. And also the rear subframe, I even want to start developing on E28, but still got a lot to learn before that's gonna happen, but who knows. If you don't aim high, you're never gonna get anywhere, right? And last, and currently also the least, is my E34. I bought this car maybe a month, 2-3 weeks ago. You've seen in my latest video what it is. It's a 525i, also with an M50. And basically I've taken the engine out of this car, and that's the engine I'm gonna put into this one, the M50. The reason I've done it is because this car needs some work and I don't have time for it at the moment. It's not a priority. The E20, the race car, is my priority at the moment. So when the M52 is coming into this one, the M50 that's coming out is going to back in its place where it actually belongs. And the point is to make this my daily driver. So it needs some welding, it needs some, a bunch of stuff needs to be renewed, like the suspension and all. It needs a full respray. Yeah, we'll see how we're gonna tackle that. I would love to keep the original color, but without a proper respray, that's not gonna be possible. So it's probably gonna change color for a while, until at some point I can actually put down the money and the effort to get it resprayed. But that's like really the last priority. So currently it's looking pretty sad. I'm gonna show you the rust. So this car, the color, I'm gonna try to show you. Yeah, fadey. A deep purple, I think some sort of violet purple or whatever it's called. Super nice color, really dig it. I think with some silver wheels with a chrome lip, will be really nice. But as you can see, the state is very poor. This is rotten, comes off. Starting to rust in here. Here's some rust. Yeah. The bottom of the car has been painted black, probably to hide the ugly paint. Also here, don't know what's happened here, but bad respray. But the main issue is this, the rust. So I'm gonna try to show you. As you can see, so this is in the back. So it needs some welding in the back, I'm pretty sure. But that's not the worst part. The worst part is in the front. It has some pretty big gaps. So as you can see, all of this is one big gap. This is actually the carpet that's coming through. So yeah, it doesn't look too hard. I think I'm gonna be able to do it. But yeah, it sucks. Well, it doesn't suck. Welding is okay. I like welding, but it's one of those things that really need to happen to get the car to tech inspection. Of course, this car has a really nice interior. White leather. I know I've said before I really like a black leather interior, but I think with the purple, the white, it looks really cool, and it's something different. So yeah, the steering wheel is off with an absolutely awful cover over it. I have beer. So yeah, everything that's missing here is in the trunk. So it's not really missing, it just needs to be installed again. Automatic, as I said. I'm gonna do something about the shift knob. I really don't like how it looks. It's like odd shape. Should be something nicer. But yeah, lovely interior. It sits so good. That's why I put the same seats in my first car. These ones are heated and electric though. The other ones aren't. But it's so good. Like the step up from an E28 to an E34 is massive in every way. Not necessarily better, but just some people will find it better, but it's more comfy, whatever, blah blah. This one, it's a touring. It has double sunroof thing. So yeah, by the look of it, it opens really far. So I'm curious to see. It's probably going to go up to about here or so, which is epic if it works. So I don't know, I haven't tested it yet. Yeah, there's no engine in it, there's no battery in it, so I'm not gonna try at the moment. But the interior is going to stay stock completely. The seats are good, they work, so why change it? As I said, daily, not overcomplicate things. I'm gonna change the door panels though, because I don't know if you can see on camera, but the seats are like nice and white and the door panels are gray. So I don't know how that happened. It would be hard for me to believe it came from a factory like this. It'd be nice if this black could continue here and this would like be the same color as this. So we'll see. I guess I can find them, but not a priority. The thing is though, I want to take this car on a road trip to Italy this summer in the 2nd and the 3rd week of July. I hope it's Corona, everything's possible. Fucking Corona. So the car has to be done, if I can, like a few weeks before I leave, so I know everything's alright. And then I'm going to take this car with my girlfriend, yeah, to Germany, Italy, the north of Italy, the Lake of Como or the Lake of Garda. To Cesenatico. That's where I go a lot of times with my family and other group of people, and then continue road trip to Napoli, and from there just all the way back. Should be awesome. This car has AC. It needs some fixing to do, but if that works, would be awesome. Yeah, really looking forward to doing a proper road trip with a proper BMW. Like, this is like the pinnacle of BMW in the 90s. It's a 1992. But this, you couldn't get better than this. It's almost, I believe it's full option at the time, so that's awesome. I never cared about options in my old cars. Like my two others, they are the bare minimum. They have all manual windows, nothing electric, nothing heated. But like, it's nice to have a car like this. So a change of things. So yeah, on this thing, I'm not gonna show you the engine because yeah, there isn't any. Nice big hole. So I believe this was pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I really loved making this one. I don't know why, just looking forward to it, talking about my cars, especially the first one. Really pumped, really excited to get started on it. So I hope you bear with me. Subscribe if you want to follow it, and a lot of videos are coming up. A lot of cool stuff is going to be happening. No more boring body work. I don't like it myself, but shit has to happen. So yeah, leave a comment if you like what you see. Let me know if you have tips, tricks, whatever. I love to hear from you guys, and I hope you're having a good time. Stay safe, stay out, stay away from the corona, and hope to see you next time.